Ch'r'ai Embrace is a legendary action that was added in patch 7 to Ch'r'ai Har'rak, or however the Githyanki would actually say that. This is in Act 3 in the Knights of the Shield hideout, and what it does is once per round, because it's a legendary action, Ch'r'ai Har'rak can spend a legendary action to cast Ch'r'ai Embrace on an ally to prevent an incapacitating condition. Two things to look at before I show it. One, what is and what counts as an incapacitating condition. The game gives examples of frightened, paralyzed, stunned, restrained, polymorphed, charmed, and dominated. Pretty much anything that prevents a character from actually taking their own action on their turn. And secondly, what is Ch'r'ai Embrace? So the target can't be affected by incapacitating conditions and receives 50 temporary hit points. It's quite a lot. Bear in mind she can't cast this on herself, it is just allies. Some of her allies have got 48 hit points, 110. Over this side, pretty much the same thing. One with 74 over there, just walking out of the camera view. So if it's put on a Gate Master, then their hit point pool basically doubles from 48 up to 98. So I'll get into combat and I will show you how it works. So it's the first round. I'm going to have Gale cast Hold Person on these two Githyanki. He is a Divination Wizard, so even if they pass their saving throw, there we are, Ch'r'ai Embrace. So this Githyanki would have failed. So Ch'r'ai Har'rak used her Embrace. And now this enemy has an extra 50 temporary hit points. Also, it cannot be affected by an incapacitating condition. So what are our choices? Well, first of all, if you manage to have her use this legendary action, you don't really want her to, I suppose, but if you do, now is the turn to try and use as many incapacitating conditions as possible, because you can only do it once per turn. So what might be a good idea is if I can get Shadowheart, I don't know if she'll be able to, but get up to here, and then try and incapacitate these three. Now her spell save DC isn't actually as high, but she does have the Resonance Stone, so... Whoa, two of them passed, that's sad. But there we are, one of them failed, and there was no way that Ch'r'ai Har'rak here could have used her Embrace. The other thing you might consider doing is, since this only lasts 2 turns, you might ignore this enemy in terms of attacking them and just go after the others. Because after 2 turns, you don't have to do that 50 damage anymore. So Astarion here, maybe we'll try and get rid of the Gate Master and ignore this enemy with 50 temporary hit points, because it might just be wasted anyway. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's use it. Bam, gone. And because she didn't have 50 temporary hit points, she died. The other option is to try and knock her prone. At this rate, Lae'zel's just gonna kill her anyway. This is why fighters at level 11 are amazing. There we are. So yeah, if she's not around, she can't cast a legendary action in future turns. Let's turn back time and see if we can knock her prone. First of all, I'll turn off Great Weapon Master. Seems like she's very likely to pass this saving throw. Oh, I bet Lae'zel loves that. To be fair, the DC is 17 and she rolled at least 17. I don't know how many times that was, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. There she is, right. She's now been knocked prone. So it's the beginning of every round that enemies get the legendary action back. So we can see it says legendary action Ch'r'ai Embrace once again. Let's try and incapacitate these two. 96 and 94% chance. And because they are knocked prone, they cannot use their legendary action. And this goes for bosses throughout the whole game. It's a very good way to get around legendary actions. And one thing I want to point out is that even though this veteran Gushins has got Ch'r'ai Embrace, he's got the temporary hit points, but can still be targeted by something like Hold Person, but is immune. So don't bother trying to waste your action like I just did to try and incapacitate someone with the condition Ch'r'ai Embrace. I think as long as you're careful with what you do in this fight, the new legendary action doesn't make it too much more difficult, but it's a nice addition, I think. I quite like it. A nice defensive ability for the enemy team, because by gosh, they need it. You let me know what you think of this fight and the new legendary action. Ooh, 60. Thank you for watching, and to the members of my channel, and I will catch you in the next one.